7.5 miles. Walk with him. He's sitting there talking, and you say, okay, man, all of a sudden, you done ate, and then, see, man, that's Jesus. So hold it. Did you? Okay, yeah, I forgot. Y'all saved. Let me go to another verse, because y'all don't read the Bible like I do, Jack. Yeah. I think did I read that right? Greg, did I read that right? Read that for me, Greg. Maybe your Bible different, man. And it said it came to pass, as he sat at meat with them, he took the bread and blessed it and brake it and gave to them. That's when the eyes popped open. Boom, and it's deja vu, man. 3 days ago, the same thing happened. And then they looked and they said, and they knew him. And right then, he vanished out of their sight. Now, this happened after Jesus. This happened on Sunday, y'all. Oh, this happened on Sunday. Okay? Now, verse 32. Verse 32 says what? And they said one to another, did not our hearts burn within us while he talked with us by the way, and while he opened to us the scriptures? Even though they didn't know who it was, but they said, man, this brother knew what he was talking about. Man, he was telling us everything from Moses all the way back. He said, man, I felt the burning. And this guy, not only did he have the testimony, man, I felt what he was saying. This man, it's amazing. I felt, when you start talking the scripture, people, they know when you're real. They know when you're sincere. And people are, God is good, yeah, all the time, and all the time, God is good. Man, that mess, well, okay, I can't say what I want to say, but I say, they ask me, how you done, sir? I'm blessed by, yeah, I'm blessed by the best. And he's better than all the rest. I say, man, come. I'm glad I'm not God. I do. Man, but that's not just some stuff you didn't heard. But when you really know who he is and you're talking to him, man, this guy's serious, man. And so now, they said, didn't our hearts burn? Yes. Has he talked with us? Yes. Man, and open up the scriptures to us. Man, he sure did. Wow, it was something, man. It was something. Now, okay. Now, all this Sunday after he got up. All of this Sunday after he got up. All right? Now, are there any questions before I go any further? I don't want to make Coop mad. You okay, Coop? You're not mad now? Okay, all right. I just want you to hang in there now, Coop. All right. Look at verse number 33. Verse number 33. Now, all this happened on Sunday. Verse number 33, here it is. And what it says, and they rose. And what? Together. Now look at this. Now remember now, Jesus just vanished out of their sight. So now you got Cleophas, he was there, and the other guys, they rose up the same hour Jesus vanished. Poof. And they returned. I'm going back to Jerusalem, Jack. I don't think they went walking. Hey, this Negro was just eating lunch with me, and you mean to tell me? And I would go to Jerusalem to see, I'm going to look at that grave, Jack. I'm going to see if he's still there. Can you imagine? Come on, y'all. That's where Jesus was crucified anyway. So now they're at Emmaus, 7.5 miles. The same time Jesus vanished. Man, see, y'all don't read. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Sister, because that's just the way I read it. See, that's why it's not boring. The Bible is not boring. Y'all make it boring. These folks, they're real. These people, these guys went and they went back to Jerusalem. Look what they rose. The same hour that Jesus left, they left. I guarantee they probably caught up with Jesus. It reminded me of a story. The guy was in Alabama when things were real bad. Racial tensions were real bad. And so they had this old black dude. He was trying to catch the bus, and here come the Klan. He at the bus station trying to get a ride home. And the Klan looked at him, but with the old raggedy trucks and the redneck and all kind of stuff, the overalls, and they had sticks and they had hounds and everything else. And so The bus had left the bus. He stuck there. He said, "What are you doing?" The white folks said, "What are you doing?" He said, "I'm waiting to catch the bus." He said, "The bus just left," and he said, "And I missed it." He said, "Boy, what you doing here?" He said, "I tell you what." He said, "Now we're gonna whip you. We're gonna kill you and everything else." He said, "But if we let you go, you make sure you catch that next bus coming in here." He said, "If you let me go, I'm gonna catch that first bus." You don't whip me. Forget about the second bus. You don't whip me. I catch that. I'm on the road, Jack. But anyway, let me go back because I don't. Some of y'all know what that means, but okay, all right. See, Troy don't know about that, but that kind of stuff. All right. Now, the same day they was in Jerusalem, they went and now here they are. The girls went the rest of them, and guess what they did? They found. I wonder what they're going to tell them. I wonder what they're going to say. Man, hey, I just had lunch with Jesus. Man, come on, man. What are you talking about? And they found the 11. They were together because they were scared. And why was it 11? Anybody know why it was 11 instead of 12? Judas had killed himself. So now they thought they were going to be next. So all of them is in one room together, okay? All in one room said, "Man, we got to do something because they're gonna kill us. They done killed him, and they're going to get us. You kill the head, the body's going to die." So we're saying, so it was 11, and then and they were with them. Now, look what they're going to say. Here it is. Here it is, verse number 34. This is what they said when they found 11. I remember they left the same time Jesus did. Them brothers was out of wind. They done ran 7.5 miles back to Jerusalem. Boom! They know, Peter, they knew what they were. They knew what they were. They were sitting in there. Man, look what they tell them. The first thing they tell them. Hey, the Lord is risen. Indeed. Now, wait a minute. Now, these guys, they're out of wind. They're tired. They're huffing. They're puffing. And they say, "The Lord is risen indeed and has appeared unto Simon." I called Peter and I said, "Wait a minute, Peter, he didn't, and Cleophas, that's what I'm saying. So he didn't appear to him. The Lord is risen. He's gone. He has appeared to Simon." I wonder why he appeared to Simon first. You got an idea? Because remember, Peter denied him 3 times. Now, I think the rest of them did it too, but he was the one that spoke out. And so I think when Jesus came back, and Peter was also the one that said, "It ain't going to happen. No, this thing you talking about, it ain't going to happen. No," and that's why Jesus told him, "Get behind me, Satan. Get behind me." So now, Peter said, that's why I think he appeared to Peter said, "Listen, okay, since you didn't believe, since you denied, I'm coming to you first." He's appeared unto Simon. All right, now, here's what he's saying. Now, because now people believed Peter. Not really. I mean, he was a spokesperson. He didn't know what he was talking about at the time, but they believed him. He was a spokesperson for the group. He has appeared unto Peter. And I say, okay, now, if he appeared unto Simon, okay, they're going to say, okay, if he appeared to Simon, then it must be true. Because if anybody else, James and the rest of them, but when he said he appeared unto Simon, then Peter's the one that denied him and I begot. Let's go to verse 35. And what it says now. And they told what? The things were done in the way. How he was known and breaking of the bread and how he, that's what deja vu came in. Bam. Man, we understand this. Verse 36. Verse 36 says what? And thus Jesus himself stood in the midst of them and said, look at this now. Let's go back to verse 35. And told the things which were done in the way, and how was known of them in the breaking of bread, when he broke bread and everything else. Now, commercial, another scene. Verse number 35, 36. And as they spoke, here we go. Now remember now, BJ, you hit it on the head, Greg. When Jesus left, the brothers left right behind him, Jack. They poof, he was gone. Because all of them back together, you see that, right? Okay, y'all missed that. Okay. When they left that same hour, They went back to Jerusalem where the apostles was, and Jesus was there, and Peter was there, and all of them were saying they left too. And they thus spake. See, Jesus himself stood as they were talking. See, Jesus is risen indeed. He done came to Peter. He is risen indeed. And Jesus, okay, y'all ain't going to believe me. All right? But Jesus himself, he did what? Said what to them? What? Okay. You know what that means, y'all? When you need peace, you scared. Now, come on, y'all. Y'all be real now. I believe when Jesus stood in the midst, now remember, they trying to tell them that Jesus is alive. Simon trying to tell them, and they're not going to believe it. He said, man, listen, we saw him. He sat down, he ate with us. He told us all this kind of stuff. Y'all better get ready. And Jesus stood right in the midst of them. And when he saw him, that's when another breakout came in, Jack. You know, it sounds funny, but why do you think he said peace? Come on, them jokers, man. When the water was raging out there, what is it? Peace. When he go, so when a person say peace, man, hey, cool it. Let me read it. I don't think Cook read that. Let me read it one more time. I think that's what it said. And look at what it said. Now, he himself in the midst of them and said unto them, what? Peace be unto you. The brother was shaking, Jack. I don't care what you say. These guys were scared. Ain't nowhere in the world because they thought the people were going to come kill him, and they wouldn't have come kill him, but they want to make sure Jesus went, okay, now to back up my story, come on, to back up my story. Look at verse 37. To back up my story now. Look at verse 37. Marvelette don't believe this, but look at verse 37. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sorry, but you got it, John? You got verse 37. Okay. Then look at 1, 2, 3, what it read. But they were them jokers. They were scared. Their knees was knocking. Man, their heart done dropped. They thought they done saw ghosts. And the next thing, ghosts mean, I'm finna die. I'm next. Now remember, Jesus appeared. He didn't just knock on the door and come in. When he was explaining to him, he done came, man, Simon done saw him, he done came in there, and the whole 9 yards, and while he was talking, Jesus said, poof. Man, look, y'all some holy people. Hey, you just left me 7 miles ago. Now you done, you in the midst of all. Now I can't get rid of it. He was at my house eating. I was coming to tell you what we done saw, and now he beat me here. And Jesus said, peace. These brothers, man, was yeah. Okay, all right. I know y'all ain't used to the Bible being taught this way. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, John. But this is real. Okay? This book is real. Now, he said, peace be unto you. All right. And they was terrified. Terrified don't mean I'm just scared. That means you get ready to get up out of there. You ain't got, and you was frightened. You were scared and you were shaking, and man, and they thought they had seen a ghost. Man, ain't no way in the world. Now verse 38. Verse 38 says what? And he said unto them. Now, wow. Go ahead. And why do you? Why are y'all scared? Do you think I'm going to come back and do something to you now? I mean, really, why? You know, I know all of y'all denied me. Every one of y'all. But none of y'all at the cross. John was the only one that did. That was his brother. He told John, take my mama home. Everybody else, all of those who he called, put his hand on, anointed him, none of y'all was there. Peter looked at him, and from a distance, he denied him 3 times. Thomas, doubted him. All the rest of them, man, look, and he said, now, why are you troubled? What make you worry? Now, didn't I tell you this is going to happen? It's what make you worry? And why do your thoughts arise in your heart? Why do you think I'm coming to do something to you? I know you deny me, yes. And most of the time, when people do something to you, you want to get back at them. Say amen, says Vegas. Say amen. Okay. When people do something to you, and you don't be coming back, and they know, and you want to get back at them so bad. And Jesus said, please, why are you thinking I'm going to do something to you? Why are you thinking I'm going to do something to you? Why are these thoughts in your heart? All right? All right, let me tell you one thing. Okay, here it is. If y'all think y'all seen the ghost, look at verse 39. Behold, that means look. What? Look at my hands. Look at my feet. And that it is I mean. And what else? Handle me, touch me. Yeah. And see, for a spirit has no flesh, ain't no bones, and ye see me, I have. I got bones. I got flesh. Give me something to eat. I'm going to eat some bread. I'm going to do it. I am not a ghost. These brothers realized they were going to break up out of there, but Jesus said, listen, why y'all in trouble? I'm not a ghost. Did not tell you I had to get up and come back again. He said, and I think that's one thing that scared them half to death. I really did. All right, verse 40 says what now? Verse 40, and when all right, now, you know I'm laughing? Because they still ain't believing. They ain't believing. He said, okay, read that one verse again. And watch what. I'm going to tell you why. Read it again. And when he had spoken, so why do you think he had to show them his hand? Come on, man. Jesus dead. Look at my hand. This is what it got me. He had to show him that. They still, even though he was there and they were scared and they were frightened, he said, listen, man. He said, he had to prove something. He had to prove something to him. He showed him his hands and his feet. Now, all right, verse 41. And while they, y'all missed it. Y'all just missed it. See, y'all, the man that came up now. Now, how much more? How much more? Come on now, y'all. Y'all remember sermon Sunday? Y'all remember sermon Sunday? Y'all remember Sunday? Y'all got to start bringing pencil and paper. Huh? Yeah, but y'all remember the sermon? And he went a little further. They still didn't believe it. And he said, okay, I know y'all don't believe what I'm saying. Look at my hand. What else I got to do? What else do I have to do to make you believe I am who I am? What else do I have to prove to show you I am who I am? Look at my hand. Look at my feet. What else you gonna need? What else you gonna need? Look at it now. And he said, now what did he tell him? My hands and my feet. And here we go. Now maybe verse 41. And while they yet believe not for joy, all right, they wondered and said unto them, have you any meat? Okay, now you almost believe. But you ain't 100% yet. You're almost there. Now I'm going to show you something. Give me something to eat. Now I'm going to prove to you I'm not a ghost. These guys, I think Jesus said, hold him. Anybody ever been so scared you couldn't move? You kept saying, I'm running. That's it. You standing there, your feet, move feet. Do something. You said, you cannot do anything. Nothing. So they're sitting there. They're sitting there. So now they're looking at us, all right. Now, all right. Now, since y'all, give me some meat. All right. Now, give me some meat. Let me show you. Verse number 42 says what? And they gave him a piece of broiled fish and honeycomb. All right. And what happened? Okay. I done showed you my hands. I done showed you my feet. I done told you the scriptures. I done disappeared. I done appeared again. Now, I'm not giving some boiled. I'm eating some fish and some honeycomb. And now, what else do I have to do to prove I am who I am? Now, so fish is good. Broiled fish is good. Honeycomb is good. You know, there's only 3 foods that the Bible actually say that Jesus ever ate. You know what I mean? He probably ate more than that, but there was actually 3. That was fish, and that was bread, and that was honey. And he ate figs as well. But that was it. Only 3 things that he said he had eaten. Now, he may have ate a lot of other food. Now, John the Baptist had a real diet, Jack. Y'all know what he was eating? Grasshoppers. Coop, you ain't saying nothing. So there, see, it seems strange, but God had put you on certain foods to see if you're going to be obedient. He really would. Broiled fish is good. All right? Honeycomb is good. Now, so what's good about honey? Do you know honey is the only food that never spoils? They have found honey in the pyramids, 3,000 years old, and it's still honey. Never spoils. Yes, ma'am. Mm-hmm. Yeah, everybody else eat things. That makes sense. You know what she just said? Said bees are the only species that actually makes something for humans. Everything else, take it away. And honey is the only thing that does not, 3,000-year-old honey, and it's still honey. Not spoiled. And so he ate boiled fish, and he ate honey. All right, he ate figs off the tree as well. And I was looking at some other stuff while we at it. I was sharing with, that was you today, wasn't I saying? I was sharing, Jesus told Adam and Eve to eat of every tree of the garden. And everything worked out. There's a lot of people love pecans, they love peanuts, they love cashews, they love all this kind of stuff. The 3 main nuts that you can eat that's better for you. You'd be surprised. Now this is medically correct, and it's also biblically correct. First of all, the best nut you can eat is a walnut. A walnut, why? Because it looks like the brain. Oh, my walnut. Almond. The next thing is an almond. And then the next thing is a pistachio. The little old red pistachios, the greatest food you can eat. Any nuts? Now, the rest of them, you eat them, but they ain't good for you. You can eat them, in moderation. Yeah, come on. That's what I'm saying, man. These things here, the walnuts, almonds, and pistachios, they're good for you. I just threw that in, so that I ain't gonna cost you that on that one. All right. And have you the meat? Yeah, and they gave him the meat. Okay, look where it's, and he gave them the piece of meat, broiled fish, and honeycomb. Eat some honey. All right. And verse 43 said what? And he did eat before them. Now all of this happened on Sunday, y'all. And except when they got ready to run, because after that, when he came out, he busted. The boy broke out and came back. Now that's how you know it was because it was Sunday evening, and the guys could come up with us. It was almost getting to be dark, so that means the day was coming. So it's going to be in the afternoon. So said, Jesus, just tired. Yeah, let's go. No. And they went, and that's when they went 7 miles away, and they came back again and went there and found them there. Now, and he took the bread and he did eat. Now, how much time I got before? Oh, man, I tell you, this time is really going. I don't think y'all like this, but anyway. All right, let me read just one more verse. All right, one more verse here, and we'll go from there. Verse 44. Now, here we are now. Now, we done got this, all this happened on Sunday. Okay? And everybody concerned about what's happening. They always think about, you dressed up, you rose, that's it. I'm out of here. Wrong. Now, let's go with verse number 44, and here it says, and to them, these are the words which I spake unto you while I was with you. What happened? That you all must be fulfilled, which was written in the law of Moses, and it was, and in the prophets, and in the Psalms concerning me. Everything I just shared with you, everything I told you, it had to happen. All right, what is that saying? God knows everything. He already knows your upbringing. He knows what you're going to do. He knows how you're going to do it. Now here's the thing. I think me and my brother Greg was talking. As long as you be obedient to God, you ain't got nothing to worry about. When you start being disobedient and want to go your own route, that's where you get in trouble. If you just take God at his word, God ain't going to make you look stupid. Hello? He ain't going to make you look stupid. You taking him at his word, say, well, no. But now you take him at his word, he's going to honor everything that he said. And we got to do that. But when you start, well, the I in the center, you missed that, didn't you? The I in the center caused all the problem. God don't want us to be stupid. Show it to me. Come on, man. Yeah, okay. Let me finish. I'm trying to get done. And he's all this stuff is supposed to happen. So what happened? God knew when Gregory Tyrone Galloway was born. He knew every step that Greg was going to take, everything that Greg was going to happen. He's sitting there and watching. It's a movie. It's a rerun. If God knows everything, yes. Does he ordain? No, you make your own decision, but he know you're going to make those decisions. He know you're going to make the mistake, but he's going to sit there and watch you. Now, you have a choice to make. Now, you can make it. Now, God knows what choice you're going to make. Okay? But you sitting there fussing. But if you only learn to be obedient to what God is saying and to what God is doing, that'll be the most perfect life you ever want to live. Now, you can't find a better life. You won't get sick. I mean, you just do what God tell you to do. You will find so much happiness just by being obedient. But one strain of disobedience, one, just a little bit. All right, put your finger there, and let's go to Samuel. I'm gonna share this with you. Y'all might have seen it. Let's go to Samuel. I think Samuel. I think it is. That's in the front of the book, y'all. I go to Samuel here, and we talking about Saul when Saul was getting in trouble. When Saul was getting in trouble, and I'm gonna show you how easy and how we do so wrong. So wrong. I think it's 1 Samuel. Yeah, I think it's 1 Samuel. There's Kings there. All right. All right. Now, yeah, I'm on Samuel, the 15th chapter. Okay. 15th chapter. All right. And 15 and 22. And I'm just sharing this with you. And I want to finish what happened after Easter, because Jesus was here 40 days now. Now, we just got one day. We just got one day on what happened after he was resurrected. All right, now here's what I think why it's so important, why Jesus himself was such a perfect person, and other people can be the same way. All right, everybody got 1 Samuel? All right, the 15th chapter. All right, and here's where Saul had disobeyed God. Now, he was the king of Israel. He was the first king of Israel. All right, verse 22. Verse 22. All right. If you got it, say, I got it. All right. Look at verse 22 and what it says. And Samuel said, what? Has the Lord as great delight in burnt offerings? No. And sacrifices as what? In obeying the voice of the Lord? No. You obey God. Everything has to work out. Behold, listen, to obey is better than sacrifice, and to hearken, to do, is better than... Now, okay, here we go. Look at this. Look at verse 23. Highlight it if you got it in your Bible or in your phone. What it said, verse 23, for rebellion, witchcraft. Do y'all understand that? Rebellion means you're going against what God said. Okay, I'm going to say it again now. For rebellion, you're going against what God said. For rebellion is as the sin of what? You got another God. You ain't worshiping God. That's all it's saying. All right. And stubbornness. I mean, I do it my way. I don't care what y'all say. Is as iniquity and idolatry. All right. Now, because thou hast rejected the word of the Lord, he also rejected thee from being king. That's what he told Saul. All we have to do is to learn how to be obedient to God's word. That's easy. How much easy can that be besides putting yourself in the way? You caused the problem. No, nobody. You caused it. No, nobody else. All because God said, I want you to go here. Adam and Eve. God said, Adam, listen, man, you got a whole world here. You can eat everything in this garden anytime you want it. It's yours, bro. But one thing I need you not to do. Don't eat that tree, that fruit over there, the knowledge of good and evil. And and the first thing Adam said, is just like Sir Smith, where is it? Soon as God said, don't do it, Jan said, where is it? Which one of them am I supposed to eat? Of all the trees, everything in the garden, all you got to do is just leave it alone. Leave it alone. And some of you have passed by and window shopping, and you see stuff in the window, say, man, that's a nice, I like that dress, I like them shoes, but they're sort of high. I can't afford them, I'm going to walk by. And then the next week they still there, and you looking and say, well, they ain't that bad. And then the next week you still looking at them, and the next thing you know, you brought them home, stick them in the closet. And then you're going to say, well, man, and then nobody know about it. And then you say, well, man, where you get these shoes from? Oh, I've been had these shoes. Okay, I'm going to leave that alone. Okay, all right. Don't you start to beat don't you even go there. Don't you even go. I've been had these. Let me say, yeah, right. Sure you have. Man. Obedience, temptation. All you got to do. See, you trying to get me in trouble, Negro. Don't listen to him, Miss Ann. Don't listen to him. Don't listen to him. All right. So all we're saying is that once you learn, how much more, how much plainer can it be to just be humble and be obedient to God? Really, y'all? It's so easy, but you want to go the other route. Now, I'm going to say this because BJ's cousin came by the house this morning, and she got a stimulus check. She said, I promise the Lord, if I get my check, I'm going to pay it my tithe. And sure enough, boy, she went and grabbed that check. She said, I'm going to go get it out the bank right now. And she went and came by. And that's good that she done that. And I'm saying that be obedient. Don't promise. God know you're lying if you're not going anyway. You already know if you're going to lie. Look, everything belongs to God. Stop thinking that you own anything. You don't. And the more you help people, the more God's going to bless you. Okay, y'all don't want to hear this. I'm going a whole different route. Okay, Jesus' purpose. You know what Jesus did? How many people really helped Jesus? I mean, really, there's only one thing he said he needed when he was here on earth for 33 and a half years. One thing he said he needed, that was a donkey. He said, go tell him that the Lord has need of the donkey. He wanted to ride in because of what the scripture says. He ride into Jerusalem on a donkey. And that's the only thing Jesus said he had need of, riding on a donkey. Everything else, he always went to help others. People didn't like him. They didn't want him coming into the house, but they loved what he had. People followed him because he was feeding 5,000, 20,000, 4,000. He was feeding all these folks, healing people. They had to follow him. They could not understand, the miracles that he did. It had to come from somewhere. They didn't like him. They didn't want nothing to do with him. He didn't have many friends. But they could not deny the work that he did. They could not deny it. And that's why they clung to him. And as soon as they got him, they fled. As soon as they got him, I'm out of here, Jake. So it comes down to the point. Now, we're still talking about Jesus. Now, that's 40 days we can talk about Jesus. 40 days. He was out here on earth 40 days doing stuff. But nobody want to bring that up. And he was going, telling people this, need to be healed, this got to be done, this has to be done, this, so forth and so on. And he was letting people know. And I think we said this, and I'm closing out. When Jesus got up from the grave, all right, what was he doing for those 3 days? Now, God was still in charge. Don't ever think that God was not in charge, okay? Because Satan don't need but 20 minutes. He been destroyed the whole world. He don't need a whole lot. And Jesus was down there talking to those guys and those ladies who died in faith. Remember now, they didn't get up till Sunday morning either. Okay, y'all missed that. When Jesus rose, then they rose. But he got up first. And they began to walk down the street of Jerusalem. So that's what happened. That's what happened. So while they were sleeping, they got up and Jesus said, okay. And I think, boy, there was a rattling in the graveyard, Jake. Man, I think everybody from Jesus, but nobody got up till after Jesus got up. And then all the rest of them got up and started walking down the street. That was on a Sunday. Man, can you imagine? Boy, what man coming down Bradenton? And these folks, y'all been seeing them. They've been dead for some, man. Y'all too holy. Y'all need to get saved. Huh? Hey, but think about it. The same thing people ask me. I think, did you ask that question, Marvelette? What happened to Lazarus? He didn't have to die no more. When Jesus rose, he went out with the rest of them. Abraham, Isaac, Jacob went out with the rest of them. But Jesus had to get up first. He got up first, and after he got up, all the ones that was in the grave got up with him. Okay, am I making any sense, y'all? My crowd getting smaller and smaller. I'm losing people. I'm losing. Man, I guess by the big members' hand, we're gonna be here. We're gonna try it anyway. So we'll be here. So yeah, you got a question? No, I don't have a question, but I want to share something with you. Yeah. Did you hear the message Sunday? Did you hear it Sunday? If you wasn't sitting here and you wasn't saved, you should have been saved. Boy, I prayed for him to sing that song. Something about that name called Jesus. He preached it. And I got some, I don't know what I done. I usually had to kill him. If someone was sitting in here, he's here. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. You know, Coop. Yeah, I appreciate it. Thank you so much. When people come to church looking for something, they can find it. Normally, people come to church just to come as a routine. This is the first time in over 100 years that only 48% of Americans said that they don't go to church. I mean, they go to church. 52% say they don't go to nobody church in America. And there's over 250 million people in America. The first time over 100 years where people say they don't even belong to a church. Don't even belong to one. 48%. And 62 said that 52 said that they don't belong to one. And they don't care nothing about going to one. That's where we're heading. Thank you all so much again. I hope everybody turned their gleaners in and that you can be able to, that we did that. Bro, I got this for you, man. Again, we thank you so much. We want to continue to talk about after Jesus rose, y'all. And once we finish the book of Luke, it takes up in Acts, the first chapter. People think Luke doesn't know because Paul wrote the book of Luke. Luke wrote Luke, and he also wrote the Acts of the Apostles. So as soon as you finish the 24th chapter of Luke, you go first in Acts, and you'll find the whole story continue. It continues. It continues. It's right there. It continues. Once you finish the book of Luke, go to Acts first, and then that's where we're going to start, and you'll finish the rest of the work. Thank you so much again for coming. Thank you for sharing. I'm hoping that for the Sunday school, y'all had the gleaners that come up, and for some of y'all who got the stimulus check, if y'all watching on TV, and y'all, Troy got it. I'm on TV, right, Troy? Y'all bring us that $140. The church can use it. The church can use it. Hey, don't forget, y'all. I got 5,000. I got 1,000 masks. So y'all grab some of these things. I got a bunch of them over in the fellowship hall, and you're welcome to them. And we thank God for you. Continue to pray. Continue to pray, and expect things. Expect things to happen when you come to church. Don't just come just to come. Expect things to happen. When you expect things to happen, things happen. Things happen. And I thank God. Yes, it was. They did it. It was great. Troy, thank you, man. And we appreciate you guys so much for all the work you're doing. And, man, you're making us look big time. And but we thank you so much. And God ain't through with us yet. We're going to start working, and you're going to see a transformation of this whole place. And God is going to be working with us. Thank you all so much for all you've done and what God is continuing to do. All right. Any other questions? Any other questions? Don't forget the prayer line tonight at 9 o'clock, and we'll go from there. All right, let us all stand, and we got plenty, so don't fuss over the mask. We got plenty of them. We got plenty of them. We got plenty of them. So y'all come. Yeah, y'all come. All right. So we have